Well, there you have it. Target down $23.51 today, or 13.14%. So it peaked out at $262.51 just last year around this time. So it has not been a good year for Target, almost basically giving up. And honestly, there could be further downside. The pre-pandemic level was 124, 125, and we could hit that. We could hit that in, honestly, probably within the next 3 or 4 months. They come out and say that it was even worse the fourth quarter, and they're citing a lot of things. I know that they talked about slow sales, predicted slow sales. They even talked about theft, which probably some people were probably, I wouldn't have been surprised if some people were probably long into it today, with Walmart coming yesterday, and Walmart was up, I think, like $10 yesterday. And let's dig into the chart right here. Yeah, it was up. It was something up like around $10 yesterday. So Walmart had a good report. Now, do I know everything? Let's see what Walmart pretty much they had to say. But Walmart here, if we go back, Walmart's doing much better than Target. And the funny thing is, I probably should have seen this in Target, because part of what I do for a living is I buy wholesale pallet reseller, and I buy and sell pallets, and a lot of them are from Target, and they have over abundance of pallets that the stuff is basically being sold at, on average, 70% off of retail. So Walmart news yesterday, guys, and I do appreciate you being here. We just passed 401 subscribers. I'm making more content, more videos, and I appreciate if you guys could. It doesn't cost you nothing to follow. If you guys could talk about all things money here, and I'm not a licensed broker. I just basically an average guy that's been investing over the last 20 years, and had been in business and landlord, and I've had made mistakes in business, and have made mistakes even investing and stuff like that, but enjoy talking about money. And I like, and honestly, no one should be shocked that retail is struggling. People don't have the money, and I talk about this in one of my other videos, where the price of gas to drive to work, to the price of heating your house, natural gas, propane, or oil, is much higher. The price of food is higher, and your electric's even higher, because a lot of your electric companies run their facilities on natural gas, and that cost for them is higher. So with that being said, people just don't have that as much disposable income. So, places are being hit. I sold some, actually, yesterday. I sold some Kohl's stock. Kohl's, I like Kohl's, but I felt like I was in the profit. It's $29.80. I think it was a small profit, and I'm more of a trader right now. I'm looking that if you're getting 10 or 15% moves in a month, to yes, could I miss a lot? Of course. A daily chart here, and look, today, obviously, because of the Target news, it dropped, but I had gotten it in around 27, 28, and sold it at 32. It wasn't a huge profit, but actually I'm looking to get into another stock that I'm going to talk about in the future. We are building a position in Warner Brother. I like that stock for the next 3 to 5 years. Let me just, so I don't misquote anybody, not that anybody's going to check my, pay Pat, we want you to prove that you sold Kohl's at. But I like to give accurate information, and really, just be honest about things, and share my Kohl's. We sold at 32.32 yesterday, And we actually sold Shopify yesterday too. Shopify we bought in at around 38, and Shopify, and today we're all talking about pretty much retail stocks. We got in at around 38 on Shopify, and back, yeah, it was back. It was back. It was back in August, and that sucker had dropped. I think it was down to 23.63. It was like 25. So I was kind of at a point where we sold Shopify, closed out that position, and we sold Kohl's. I like Kohl's for the long term. I think just on the real estate that Kohl's is undervalued, but this is going to be a tricky market. There's going to be a lot of tax loss selling also coming up. What's tax loss selling? Tax loss selling is people that have had a loss in the stock. They have to sell it before a certain date in December to take the loss for the year. So if they have a gain on, let's say a Tesla. Let's say they have a $10,000 gain on Tesla. They're going to have to pay tax on that. If they have a $3,000 loss in Kohl's, they can offset some of that. And that's why they'll do it. And then, they have to wait like 30 days. I'm pretty sure that's still the rule. And then they could turn around and buy it back. And now that's different in IRAs or 401ks. None of those things matter. As far as that, as long as you're not taking cash out of those accounts, you don't have that issue. And the stock trades that I'm talking about today, the Kohl's and the Shopify, are in IRAs or 401ks accounts that I am managing with family members and stuff. So I am looking, we are building a position, and I've talked about it. We are building a little bit position every month, dollar cost averaging on Disney, probably anywhere from probably about $400 or $500 a month. And if the stock is, if I felt like, well, it spiked in like 10% in the last week or two, I'll hold off. If I feel like it's dropped 10%, I may increase. So ideally, I want to get Disney, and again, that's another retail play on the consumer. I want to get Disney, honestly, averaging around 85 to 90. If it drops to 75, we would start it getting heavier, honestly. The weekly, the bottom in Disney was 79 back in 2020. Let's go monthly chart. But doesn't mean it can't drop. Hey, the market's crazy sometimes. Doesn't mean it can't drop down to, because honestly, it doesn't have a whole lot of support. Probably, even 74, 75. I like that price, but that's not to say it couldn't then drop down to. We don't want to say. We don't want to. That's going back. That's going back. 2011, 43. Let's see. But you just never know. You get crazy. I like 75 as a support area, and because I don't feel it's a whole lot of risk, because we got even 78 down here. That's going back 7 years. So really 75 to me, 75, 78 in that range is a good support. So I like to buy at 85, 90 with a 2 to 4 year target of 140, 150 on Disney again. Kohl's, and this is where I'll talk a little bit about targets. And these are targets that I feel, again, not a licensed broker. And these are I've actually been very successful in the past. Sometimes the money that I've lost was listening to brokers. These people that really think they know. They're telling you to buy Roku when it was 400, it's going to 600. And I was short it, lost money, got forced out, and now it's back to 50, 55. And so don't always go by what do your homework, feel comfortable, diversify. I typically, in the past, before I really got into, seen a lot of what has happened in the last 2.5 years with all these crazy Robin Hoods and stuff like that. And really, stocks just exploded because of the money that was floating around. But I had like 3 years, 35% returns on multiple accounts. And really, I mean, they typically over a 10-year period, 10 to 12% is the average. So to get 30%, in pretty much 2.5 years was doubling the account. That was a good return. 2020 was one of my worst year returns as far as and don't listen to people on even Twitter and stuff, because I made that mistake. There were some people I followed. I never go out and just buy a stock, because I'm sharing with you my experience. I'm sharing with stocks that I'm following, that you can go, but always do your own due diligence and make choices of your own that you feel comfortable with. Is Target going to go out of business? No. Target, I like for the long term. And when gas gets back closer, I live here in Pennsylvania. I live in the Poconos, about an hour and 15 minutes west of New York City. Here in Pennsylvania, we have the second highest gas tax. And our gas right now, I think today I pay, right now it's around 410, 420, give or take. I mean, it's crazy, because Monday it could be 410, and Wednesday it's 419, and Friday it's back down to 407. So it's crazy. If gas gets more back closer to $3 and stays there for a while, I think we'll be all right. We had peaked back in mid-June, early July at around $5.25 for gas. And so we're at, what's expensive is diesel. Diesel's around $6.54. Heating oil is around $5.60. Where heating oil, it typically, honestly, for us, a 10-year average was closer to $3, $3.50. So you got basically an 80%, 85% jump in that. Natural gas is even higher. But going back to Target, I mean, we're seeing lows now going back to pretty much 2020. But that don't mean nothing. Let's take monthly lows. I mean, look at this craziness. This was crazy. The price times earnings. I mean, price times earnings. You got a market cap of Target. You only got a market cap of 70. I'm going to round up. Well, $71.5 billion is pretty much a PE of 17, earnings per share $8, a dividend of 2.4%. According to the Yahoo, and this is what I'm looking at on my other screen, I want to show you guys, and use multiple platforms on the internet to do your homework. I use Yahoo, I use CNBC. I'll cross-reference posts to see what people are talking about. This Webull desktop app is free. I have a couple $100 in Webull. If you guys, it's in the description. If you guys want to use my referral thing there, they'll give you 1 or 2 free stocks. They give me a free stock. I think I got 3 free shares when I opened or something like that, and got like $27 worth of stock or something like that. That was about it. But in comparison, Walmart's market cap is $403 billion. So basically about 2.5 times. But Walmart right now, their 1-year target is, and their price times earning is 29. Their 1-year target is $156. So they're pretty much at where they're very close. So I think the potential is probably in the long run better for Target. Walmart is the big, retailer, but besides not counting Amazon and stuff like that, but there'll be definitely institutionals getting involved. And going back, talking about Kohl's is their market cap is basically nothing, $3.5 billion. I wouldn't be surprised one day if someone like Amazon comes in and buys them. Now they have a lousy 1-year target. They're pretty much at the target, but their price times earning is only like 5, 6. Basically, I feel they're more of a just the real estate that they own is worth almost what the company is worth. But that don't mean nothing if you don't have sales, and if you don't have the foot traffic coming to the door. Hey, I know, because I've seen it happen in real estate. Can be worth nothing. How many malls have been abandoned because the malls didn't have the foot traffic now, and things have changed. Everybody loves Amazon. It was great of what they do, ordering from your house and stuff like that. But it really changed. A lot of things have changed the last 20 years. Who remembers Sears? J.C. Penney's had a lot of. Is J.C. Penney bankrupt yet? We still have one in our area, but J.C. Penney, I don't even know if they even trade yet. J.C. Penney stock. Hold on. J.C. Penney. I wouldn't touch J.C. Penney at all. Is J.C. Penney still traded? Is now owned by. As a result, it's a private company now. Yeah, so no longer trades on the stock exchange. J.C. Penney is now owned by Simon Property Group and Brookfield Asset Management. As a result, J.C. Penney is a private company. So we don't even now, because they're a private company, we don't know as much as far as what they're doing in sales and stuff. Obviously, there's things we could probably dig into, and they break it down. But the three biggest, retail stocks I follow is Target, Walmart, and Kohl's. I've owned all three sometime in my life. I like Target, but not yet. And Target you're going to have to be patient. Target could be a trade if it drops another 10%. And again, tax loss selling. So you might have the opportunity in about a month to pick it up a little cheaper. And probably, honestly, around... man. There's not much support here. I'm trying to figure out... Wow, that one chart was showing like 125. Even the bottom of that candle, 130-ish. So, it's... People are looking for... And right now, they're looking for good growth stocks, and people are being very selective. Will people trade it? Yes, they will. So, guys, I do appreciate you guys stopping today, and it's been nice chatting with you. I'm trying to do more daily content, more weekly, and I'm working on a little bit of a different setup. Maybe I can have a little bit of a studio. I like to have a whiteboard and do things and kind of visually do things on there. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd greatly appreciate your support. We don't make no money. We're not selling no subscriptions. All free. And the hope one day is to get 1,000 subscribers and have enough watch hours. And who knows? Maybe I'll make $2 one day off a video. So, all right, guys. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you again.